guys, so in this section we're gonna go over, we're gonna continue the telnet section, and we're gonna create like an access, not access list. Sorry if my mind is still at work. We're gonna create a class that's gonna perform the telnet to the device and authenticate to the device, and at the same time you can use it to get and to get configuration and perform configuration on the device. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is import the library, so telnetlib. Alright, then we're gonna create the access list. Telnet session, we're gonna name it. So then in the function, the init function, and there's a space here, def init self, specify IP, user, password, and enable password, and that's it. Alright, so here we're gonna just do self dot session, yes, session telnetlib dot telnet, and here gonna provide IP dot encode ASCII, and gonna provide the port 23, and here we're gonna do self let's just ignore here the rest. I don't wanna, usually you should specify here so you can use them as variable, but I'm not gonna do because I'm gonna use them only once. So let's telnet to the device now. So we've telnetted, I mean, so let's so if you provide us with the username, we're gonna perform a we're gonna like input the username. So we do if username, then self self dot session dot read until name. Okay, and session and then we're gonna input the password. There's no need to check because there's no device without a password, I hope. Alright, so session dot right, let's read until first, just to read until word. And here I need to specify those values are in ASCII. Okay, I need to do the same thing for the user. Alright, and here we do if enable password. We're gonna do okay, so we're gonna send the enable, and then we're gonna perform the sorry password and password encode. Here we need to add this, the new lines everywhere. So send the password, new line, this is just read until, new line, and new line. Alright, so we need to do the enter. Right. Right, let's check if this is working. So let's do t equal telnet session. We're gonna provide an IP 192.168.122.60. Username is Cisco. Password is Cisco. And here we don't have nothing, so I'm gonna send it none. And it looks like it's working. Alright, so now what we need to get the prompt. So to be able to actually check the prompt every time, because we cannot do a regex only on the name. So if we do a regex only on the name, it's somewhat useless. So oh wait, no, yeah, it is useless, because if you look at the show version, the telnet library is very it relies a lot on the, so let me show you what I mean. So if we do show version, okay, pipe include r6, you see r6 uptime is, so you need to have the hash plus the 6, and if you're in conft, it's changed, right? So you have conft and the hash. So what we need to do, we need to create a regex, and we need to use the expect function in the telnet to actually perform that. Alright, so the expect function, it's a function in telnet that you provide a list of regexes, and it sees the one that it matches. Alright, so for us we're gonna need only one, and usually you need one. Like sometimes you might need two, but most of the time it's just one. And it's quite useful because like you can use it in if condition. Like if I get this out expect, if I find this output, just it doesn't generate, there's no error so in it. Alright, so if I get this output, that, let me show you an example here. I have created this. Alright, so we're connecting to the device where this is just doing expect. Here we can do read until or whatever. So also expect is like read until, it reads the first element. Alright, so the first one it matches is gonna print it. Alright, so let's run this. And what happened? Don't embarrass me, man. Okay, 1 second. Let's break it. What happened? So we're doing session.write. So here we're directly writing those two, and let's see what's happening here. Print. So this one, the expect function return a tuple, and the tuple is the first element just tells you if it's matching anything or if it's not matching anything. The second element is if it's a class that's for the actually regular expression, and the third element is all the outputs that it got from the beginning till the except statement has been matched. Oh, you see the name of the router has been changed. It's actually it's R6 now. So let's just do host name router 6. Alright, so that now it should work. Alright, so let's start. So first, those are useless anymore. I don't want to print this anymore. Okay, just to show you like how you provide the item in a list. Alright, this is just ignore it for now. Usually we don't do it this way. Like you use read until this. I'm just to get into the interesting stuff. So here we have send the command show version, and then we said session expect, and here we said router 6, and this is in regex. If you remember the regex section, this means that's no space. So this is a funny thing that's happening. So it's the 2/ and 1/ are acting the same way, and it's actually working properly. I think that's because of the encoding when we're changing from string to binary. So anyway, we can ignore that. And we're specifying the timeout equal 1 because just to indicate, like, so we don't wait forever. And you can see here, if this is the first expect that we printed, it's actually matching the prompt Cisco router 6, and here we have inputted the passwords, and you can see this is the class for the match for the regex, and here we printed the terminal line 0, and also it's as matched this one. This is the show version output. Okay, you see also you have all the output of the show version. This is in the last entry of the tuple, which is 2. So yeah, alright, so this is 0, it returns 0. This is the first element, this is 0, this is 1, this is groups, so we're specifying we want to return this one. Okay, and this is the 6th element, which is the last one, /all, and here we're just doing where were we? Alright, so this is it shows you that it's returning -1, so that didn't match anything. There's nothing called here we're sending a new line, then we're doing another time expect just to get on the new line, and we're doing a conft, and then we're performing the same thing again. And if you notice here, it's you can see it has matched this one, and you see in the match statement is router.config. So this is the expect function is very useful. Okay, so and that's also gonna be on the GitHub. I'm gonna move forward now go back to this to the class that we're creating here. Okay, so we have here we're initializing the session. This is the class. First we're specifying the just using the telnet. This is the IP, the telnet library, the IP, the port. Here if we provided the class with a username, it's gonna go into username. If we don't, it will go directly to the password. And if enable password is there, it's gonna go into enable mode, then wait for the password, then send again the enable password. See, I did a mistake here, but in my session we don't have enable password, so we're just gonna do this. No errors, that's good. Okay, so after doing that, what's the next step for us here? We need to first enable terminal length 0. So what we do is this, just so the commands don't get, you know how you press space every time. So to make the terminal length infinite, so self.session.write. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, alright, then what we need to do here, I think that's it. Alright, so now we're gonna perform the get function. So we're gonna get information from the switch. Alright, so sorry. So we need to do an output equal session dot read until okay, so we need to get here the prompt. Okay, we need to get the prompt of the device. So here self dot prompt self dot session dot read until okay, we're gonna do dot split, and let's just do here print self dot prompt. Okay, let's see what we get. Split. Okay, so we want this first element. Let's add a space here. Perfect. So we want the first element. That's the prompt of the switch. So we cannot do here read all and do exit, because then the session will be terminated. So we need to find something else. And here it's a for loop, so this will not work, I think. Get. We can give it a list. Show IP in the list brief. Show interface loopback. Do. Okay. What happened? This is in binary format. That's okay. Okay, yeah. So what we need to do is Control X, Control V, and here. This we need to add it. So what we're doing is, because this, as I said, reads the first element, we're creating a for loop. It's nice when you think you're you have everything under control and you get messed up. Alright, let's try again. So first this has worked. Let's do this too. And read brief. Did I misspell it? That's what's annoying. You need to get the exact, find the exact output. So I did get it here. This is the one that did get it. Here it's not getting it. What am I messing up here? Okay, this is should be removed for sure. Man, now I get it. I need to add. You see something? This library, it's been a while I haven't used it, so you can use this, which is somewhat stupid, but I don't know. If it's working, it's working. It's not working great. Let's see if it works now the proper way. So that's one. You can send your own code or whatever. This one worked too right now. So this is show IP interface brief. What's the other command? Show. Show version. Oh, man. That's the problem. Just to keep it here in nodes if you wanna use it. Right, let's see. Right, now it worked. Right, so it's reading till here, then sending the new command. Okay, so you can, I'm gonna put notes here whenever you wanna upload this. Alright, so we're gonna create another one for the config part. I'm gonna copy this. For the config section, I'm gonna use the expect function that we have used. I've showed you before. It's because it's very useful. So in the config section, we can actually use this. And here you need to add a new line. Also, it's okay. Let's try it. Okay, so now the config here is a config list. Here we need to go into conft. Okay, so let's stop this and do print. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. Hey, this is so funny. It's working. Okay, so also this works here. What we can do also, use the expect statement, and that's what I was thinking of actually first. Here we give it a list, parentheses, and here we do config, and then we specify that there's space. I mean not space, not space, the opposite of space. We do that. Alright, let's see, and here I think it's we said the third element is the actual output, and so, and every time we're outputting it, it's actually going here, so that should work. Let's see, and this should be byte-like. That worked too. Okay, so, and if I remove that, okay, it got stuck again. So it has configured this. Wait, oh, the show is the beginning. So we have check to prompt, new line, new line. What's the issue, right? So we send the show IP interface brief, this one, and then the show version, but it didn't terminate this. What did I mess up here? Let's do it has returned. I think you see that's the problem. I think there's no need to hear this. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, but here get output. I think this should be at the top. Here, just make it consistent. Alright, so we're initializing and then we're adding to the session. Let's see again. Perfect. Alright, and let's see if like we can get the outputs again. And you see, this is why we do testing. I should actually leave this, so at the end of the configuration here I should do session.read and then let's do this. What would you do after this prompt? Right, let's see now. Run again. Alright. I'll do again. This is no need for it anymore. This one is no need for it anymore. And this. Okay, so I've created a nice class, gathers the output and configure the device. Now let's fix the device. Perfect. Alright guys, see you in the next section. We're gonna go over Paramico.